Hi everybody, I'm Poirier. A question that I wish I was asked a little more often is how can I make my New Year's resolution stick? So it's fairly close to a new year right now. My answer that I'm going to give you is timeless. It doesn't matter whether or not it's right at the new year that you're watching this video or not. But before I jump into that, let me tell you my background a bit so you get a feel for who I am and how I've spent the last number of years. So the last 7 years, I've interviewed roughly 2,500 high achievers, similar to what Napoleon Hill did with his Think and Grow Rich book. And of course, I'm a fan of Napoleon Hill and that book. So I wanted to see what modern day high achievers do that just makes them jump to that very highest level. And so I've been lucky enough to interview everybody from Jack Canfield of Chicken Soup for the Soul to Arlene Dickinson of CBC's Dragon's Den, leadership guru Robin Sharma, Chalene Johnson of Turbo Jam fame, P90X's Tony Horton, Dr. John Izzo, Dr. David Suzuki. And I drop these names not to impress you, but just to give you a feel for the range of people that we've been able to study. And so when I get this question, people ask me about New Year's resolutions often, but they don't ask me, what could I do differently to make mine stick? As we know, New Year's resolutions, what is it, something like 90% of all New Year's resolutions are given up on by the third week of January. So here's the answer that you may not want to hear, but the answer is, how do you make your New Year's resolution stick? You don't set one in the first place. Let's face it, guys, you don't want to hear this, but New Year's resolutions are designed to fail. We know that upwards of 90% of people quit their resolutions anyway, so there's no real, oh my god, I'm a failure if I don't follow through, or oh my god, I don't, it's the end of the world if I don't do this, because nobody's going to judge you because 90% of your friends have also dropped them as well. And you know what, guys, whenever I was playing the game of New Year's resolutions, I didn't achieve them either. And so what I've discovered that you could do differently is not set a New Year's resolution. But at the same time, that idea of I want a fresh start, there's nothing wrong with that. That idea of I want to set these kind of goals, which is what a resolution really is my goal to do this or to give up this. What I suggest you do is set those goals whenever you've decided to sit down and set those goals, not on a January 1st. So if it's December 10th, and you got that will to say, this is what I want to do on January 1st, do it on December 10th. Even if it's the middle of June, and that's why I say this video, it doesn't matter when you hear it, the middle of June, set your goals and say, this is what I want to achieve, whether it's I want to quit smoking, I want to get in the best health of my life, I want to achieve this level of success, I want this many followers on my social media platforms, whatever they might be, set them today. Don't wait till New Year's because, again, they're designed to fail based on the numbers. The numbers are against you if you wait till January 1st. So that's what I would suggest. However, I got to be kind and say, you know what, but if you're just fixed on setting it on New Year's, or if you're listening to this on December 29th and you say, but, Corey, I'm so close, I want to do it as a fresh start. If you want me to tell you how I feel you can succeed, maybe, be in that 1% of the 10% that actually do stick with their New Year's resolution, then what I'll suggest is the reason that most people quit before 21 days is because it's been proven it takes 21 days to create a habit. It's not a coincidence that they're quitting right around the time it takes to create a habit. In other words, what's happened is just before they've created a habit that's going to stick, they've dropped the resolution without realizing how close they really were. So what do I suggest if you want to make sure they stick is that set some sort of automated timer, something that tells you that you're going to give yourself a reward for kicking it into overdrive when it comes really close to the timeline that you would normally quit each year. So what do? You, at the bare minimum, set a goal to make sure you carry through until 30 days. So it's a 1-month goal. But at the very least, what you want to do is you want to make sure that you have some sort of timeline that kicks in when you normally would walk away from the New Year's resolution. So i.e. if it's 2 weeks, set something to kick in 2 weeks that's going to drive you for another 2 weeks. Bring you to the 1-month timeline, and in theory, you're now past that hump of making it a habit that's going to stick. So that would be my suggestion for the best way you can make your resolution stick, or any goal stick if that's what you want to do. Make sure you get past the 21 days that creates a habit. But again, the better suggestion I would give you is just don't set New Year's resolutions in the first place. Make it an all-year-round resolution. So when you decide 6 months into the year, that's when you normally set them, do it then. Don't wait till January 1st. There's too much stuff, too many clouds hanging over that date. And not only that, most people don't feel like that's a recuperating day for most people. They celebrate it the night before. They don't feel like kicking into eating healthy the next morning after that. So guys, I'll wish you luck, but that's my suggestion, and a question I wish I could ask more often is how to make a New Year's resolution stick. So either don't set one in the first place, or make sure you get past the 21-day habit. If you want to hear more video like this, well, I should say see more videos like this, if you want to hear more great insight like this, watch the next screen for how you can sign up for more. Until next time, I'm Corey Poirier. Thank you guys.